Ladies and gentlemen, no surrender continues with this one fall contest. The winner of the match will be the #1 contender for the Impact World Championship. Introducing first from Rutherford, New Jersey, Steve Maclin.
After beating 9 former world champions over the last 2 years here in Impact Wrestling, has the time finally come for Maclin.
From Bayside, New York, he is the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers.
And he is also perhaps the lone major player here in Impact Wrestling nowadays as he makes his way to the ring. Brian Myers qualifying for this matchup as well as Steve Maclin. Myers able to defeat Dirty Dango to win this spot. Meanwhile, Maclin defeated Rhino to gain entry into this bout. Matthew Raywald rejoining me on commentary after what just transpired a few moments ago in the live Busted Open with Bully Ray.
I mean, you just can't feed the fire. I can't believe it continues to get this far, but I mean, we got a show to call. We got a #1 contenders match ahead of us.
From Fort Mill, South Carolina, Heath.
In regards to this match at hand, it was Heath who defeated Eddie Edwards to win this spot. However, it'd be important to know that in that matchup, the emergence of PCO did hurt the effort of Eddie Edwards, and ultimately, Heath found a way to win.
Yeah, you like to talk about asterisks a lot in these matches, Tom, don't you? You know, that was a big asterisk in the corner of Eddie Edwards on that night, but regardless, Heath is here with a big opportunity on the line.
And the final participant, he is the French-Canadian Frankenstein, PCO!
The aforementioned PCO defeated Shera to earn his spot in this matchup, and how apropos that this #1 contenders match was taking place in Las Vegas. It was many months ago that we thought Eddie Edwards had left PCO buried in the sands of Sin City, but PCO has clawed back from the dead.
Oh, what is dead may never die, Tom, and PCO proved that time and time again, not the least of which was that resurrection from the desert. But can he rise to the top of the Impact Wrestling precipice? Challenge for the World Championship. Look at those bolts protruding from the neck of the French-Canadian Frankenstein.
There are no countouts, no disqualifications in this matchup. First man to gain pinfall or submission is the winner, and we'll move on to Rebellion, the challenge for the Impact World Championship.
A huge opportunity for any one of these athletes, let alone at one of our biggest stages of the year when we are next live on pay-per-view at Rebellion. This is a giant opportunity.
PCO, Heath, Myers, and Maclin. Who's going to Rebellion? And everyone swarming PCO. No surprise there.
No, smart move.
No!
Because look, it's just that easy for PCO to clobber his way past 3 different opponents.
And look at PCO go big right hands to everybody involved. Now zeroes in on Maclin. Both men over the top.
And already, seconds into this matchup, PCO just flinging his own body around like a weapon.
Meanwhile, back inside the ring is Heath and Myers. Both men have challenged for the Impact World title in the past and have been unsuccessful in this tonight, their night.
Trying to finish a long journey to the championship as Maclin managing to turn things around on PCO.
Remember, no countouts, no disqualifications. PCO sent into the post, and now it's Myers over the top, joining Maclin near the ramp.
Keep in mind, it's one fall to a finish, folks. As you look out here,
Heath launching himself off the apron with a senton, able to take down Myers and Maclin.
It's not too often the redheaded rebel goes inverted, if you will.
You're absolutely right. As I've said, he's a real maverick, and he pulled that out against Eddie. Wait a minute, he's got a chance against Maclin here. Thought about the wake-up call, alone in the ring with Maclin. Myers saw it coming. Oh! And he's scud by Maclin.
And this is alluding to exactly what I was talking about right before Heath went flying. You got to keep an eye in the back of your head at all times. It is one fall to a finish, but look out below!
PCO salt!
Good God. PCO here throwing every bit of caution to the wind and collapsing onto the pile here with devastation.
Well, back to live action, just leveled Heath. PCO and Maclin, who have tangled in the past year, that was a bloody affair. Now PCO catching Maclin with a neck breaker of sorts on the ramp.
Maclin planted on the ramp here, and now a leg drop for good measure. Reminder, the decision cannot happen out on the floor, but a hell of a lot of damage can.
It has to take place inside the ring. And now Myers caught up by perfect creation. Whoa! Face first into the steel steps.
The most professional wrestler in a bad, bad way.
Hey, can you imagine if it's PCO waiting for whomever is the Impact World Champion come Rebellion Sunday, April 16th in Toronto? Oh, God! Dumped by Myers.
Just collapsing to the floor. I mean, let's take it one step further, Tom. Can you imagine if PCO were to reign supreme as the Impact World Champion? I mean, what would that even look like?
Oh, now look at Myers. Myers trying to get PCO off his feet. Some allegiances pop up on these multi-man matches. Maclin and Myers dump PCO.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend in situations like this. But wait, look, PCO's already sitting back up, though.
It's unbelievable.
Getting dropped nearly head first onto the ramp there. And hey, there's a strategy.
And listen, all three of the other men tried to jump PCO from the outset of this matchup, so this is no surprise. And now the three of them can duke it out with PCO under the ring.
I mean, and look, we know PCO, as evidenced by his trip through the desert, can recover from almost anything. But hey, if it buys you a couple extra seconds in a matchup like this, that might be all you need.
Down goes Heath. And now Maclin and Myers had worked together moments ago against PCO. Maclin leaves an opportunity for Myers and now goes after Heath as well.
Suplex. Suplex for a suplex. And if you could take one more piece of the puzzle out, it brings it down to essentially a one-on-one matchup for Myers and Maclin.
Something to keep an eye on here with Maclin favoring his left leg, walking around gingerly here now, trying to get back up to his feet.
Never count out Heath from a fight.
Heath, who challenged then Impact World Champion Moose last year, and he's taken down by Maclin with a back elbow.
See Maclin, like to your point, favoring that
knee,
but not enough to do the
Maclin going to Rebellion and a kick out. Now Maclin into the cover on Heath and a kick out. And think about all the complaining, the gripes that have come from Maclin about not getting an Impact World title shot over the past year.
Yeah, the justified gripes. Victory after victory after victory. Impression made after impression made after impression made from Maclin for the better part of the last year and a half even.
Oh! Maclin landing hard on the outside and a knee strike by Myers. His heel off to Rebellion. Kick out by Heath.
Myers, who's always had world championship aspirations. And right here in front of someone who he's had a lot of history with over the years. How poetic it would be to score that opportunity against his old friend Heath.
Flatliner to Heath. Matt Cardona obviously sent packing by the digital media champion Joe Hendry recently at Access TV. Myers knows what he must do. Going to the... Oh, God!
It's a leg, baby!
PCO is not human, crawling up from underneath the ring. Just like he emerged from the desert here in Vegas, he's back into this match.
And Myers intelligently sees Maclin coming in and ducks out, turning the ire of PCO to Maclin.
Oh! PCO wipes out Myers as Maclin avoids catastrophe. And now Maclin rushes in, right to the face there by Heath. Big clothesline by the red-haired rebel.
Now here's a big opening for Heath. Looking to punch his ticket to rebellion.
Power slam! Is Heath off to Toronto and a kick out by Maclin.
It's only a 2, but he's getting closer.
And now Heath wants a wake-up call, and he got it! He got it on Maclin, but look at Maclin trying to roll away and roll out of the ring.
Out of instinct or whatever it might be, but Maclin rolling right into danger!
Detonator off the top!
I mean, Maclin rolled right into that punishment, but it took away the opportunity from Heath.
Myers, does he have it? Does he have the #1 contendership and a kick out by Heath?
But he's here. Myers could close it.
Spear! Myers! On to rebellion? No!
This is where Myers needs to keep his foot on the gas. Do not let up. Do not relent.
Great opportunity here alone in the ring with Heath. He's got to take advantage. Oh, wait a minute, not for long. PCO is back into the ring. Oh, she's after Myers.
Interrupts Myers, and now looking to clean house with Heath.
PCO, reverse DDT. And we know what this means. Might be thinking about another PCO salt.
Yeah, but this one's in the ring. This one could close it all out.
Oh my God, PCO going all the way up top. PCO salt going for the cover. Wait a minute, what was that? It's Eddie Edwards with a shoulder.
Good God.
Listen, I know there's no disqualifications in this matchup, but Eddie Edwards just cost PCO a world title shot. Oh my God.
We talked about it before. It was PCO who cost Eddie Edwards the opportunity in this very matchup. Turnabout is indeed fair play, if you ask me, Tom.
Symbolic Eddie Edwards with a shoulder. Saying that as he used perhaps to bury PCO in the deserts here in Las Vegas once upon a time. And now back into the ring. Myers is messed up. Wake up call by Heath. Wake up call. Oh, now it's Maclin. KIA. KIA.
Is that it for the #1 contendership?
Over. Maclin is going rebellion.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and new #1 contender, Steve Maclin.
At long last, Steve Maclin is the #1 contender to the Impact World Championship.
One step closer to claiming a prize he felt was in his grasp long ago. Now it is official. Maclin has that opportunity. The door is wide open.
For over a year, Maclin has bided his time, waited for the opportune moment, has griped, has complained, has accused Josh Alexander even of avoiding him, of dodging Steve Maclin. The question is, who will be the Impact World Champion come Rebellion?
The other question remaining is, what is PCO gonna do to Eddie Edwards when he finds him again? Eddie Edwards playing with the hands of fate here.
Eddie Edwards perhaps costing PCO the #1 contendership to the Impact World Championship.
I don't think there's any question about it, Tom. It was after that I guess the X Division champion.
The X Division champion, Trey Miguel, I'm not entirely sure what he's doing out here. 24 hours removed from his defensive monsters ball against
Cut it,
Steve.
cut it, cut it. I said cut it! While tonight's show continues to be occupied by people who aren't champions, only fighting for the opportunity to be, the X Division champion himself is not on the card. Now, is it because Santino Marella and the suits in the back forgot or something like that? Because I can't help but wonder, if AJ Styles was still your X Division champion, would you have forgotten then? Would you have forgotten if it were Samoa Joe? What about Chris Sabin, Kazarian? The list goes on. The fact remains is that they wouldn't have forgotten shit. This is about my legacy, my reign, and it's about time that you start putting some mother... I'm a generational champion, and I proved that last night when I won the first ever X Division Monsters Ball match, when I slayed the monster that is Decay's Crazy Steve. Just like I might slay the monster that is PCO if it didn't look like somebody just did that.
Trey Miguel running his mouth, and PCO is unleashed.
A few words too many from the X Division champion. Oh, God.